Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Soulja Boy ought to have recently stayed there and disapproved of his business, as opposed to disgracing Meek Mill for his undertaking with Diddy, since he just got uncovered for getting behind. Applaud by 50 Cent young lady at the point when Vivica A spilled this tea. We were shook AF on the grounds that 50 Cent is known for winged serpent gay men in the business. Just to be uncovered as one of them, this is muddled, untidy, and Soulja Boy flipped off on Vivica for uncovering him. In 50 like that, yet he should watch his mouth since Vivica is professing to have a few receipts and she isn't terrified to drop it. I know that 2024 has been wild, and we have figured out how to expect anything from this year, yet 50C being exposed as being on the DL was something that we would never have seen coming yet, as indicated by his ex Vivica. That is precisely the exact thing that occurred, assuming that there is one individual in the business who has been fixated on attempting to out the DL men in the business. It's 50. I mean, everyone knows how he has been going in on Diddy for being on the DL. He has been going after Diddy under the watchful eye of the claims that uncovered Diddy, so it absolutely wasn't out of worry for Diddy's casualties. Even the ailment wasn't sufficient to stop Fit, since when he was in the clinic he tossed conceal at Diddy, saying, "Sorry, I can never again help you all soon. You will be generally gay and blissful. You are presently left under the administration of Puffy Daddy." Report to the closest rainbow. Concealing somebody while you're in a real sense in the medical clinic bed implies that you're completely dedicated to your meat. There's likewise the time he went on the Morning Meal Club and said that Diddy was fruity. When he does it, he makes statements that he doesn't actually have the foggiest idea what he's talking about, resembles fruity. Now, a fascinating part about this is that 50 Cent guaranteed in an interview that Diddy attempted to take him shopping, and that he found it sort of fiery, like, "You, for what reason don't we go out to shop?" Or, I mean, I pay for itself. And I was like, that was wild, yet thinking back now, it doesn't seem okay. I mean, 50 Cent has been and Diddy and savaging him since the last part of the 90s. At any rate, and everyone realizes that 50 could do without Diddy, so why in the world would Diddy put content news on 50 Cent, particularly assuming he believed that 50 was straight? Definitely individuals are presently saying that Diddy heard gossipy tidbits about 50 being on the DL, which is the reason he'd taken the actions in any case. Curiously, Vivica isn't the primary individual to uncover Soulja Boy's undertaking with 50 Cent, in light of the fact that these two men have been battling bits of hearsay for a hot minute. The bits of gossip initially began in 2010 when they were both highlighted on the front of XL magazine, and individuals couldn't quit discussing how fiery they look. I don't have the foggiest idea what the motivation behind the photograph shoot was. Nevertheless, it was a lot of give and don't. And however, that was not the last time we caught wind of Soulja Boy being on a DL, on the grounds that 2 or 3 months after that, one of his claimed accomplices at long last became wary of Soulja staying quiet about him, and uncovered that he had supposedly been dating Soulja for over a year. I met Soulja Boy back in April when he came to Bother Falls, and me and him trade numbers to his companion, or anything that Javari and me and him recently been kicking it for a brief period, and until about last month, where I let him know he got to quit living in completely false. You gotta quit imagining you not gay, since it's been similar to this. My space, his chief been calling me letting me know that I really want to quit calling this. So that is the point at which I got irritated. He gotten me the canine a month and a half prior, and her name is Fortune, and he likewise got me the Gucci sack, the canine transporter pack, and genuine. So I'm feeling assuming I'm being dealt with like a companion. I'm telling all that I got the instant messages, and all that I'm gonna show you. Okay, not gonna give you a number. However, it says quit calling me you're gay. You could see this. No, you're gay, all right. That is one. We should see hello this another. I couldn't care less what you will feel. What you did the PC, those great work fans like me work professionally, so we should see who triumph ultimately in light of the fact that and him it's talking, and I let him know that I was going to go on the PC and make the bloggers that was muddled, yet Soulja Boy figured out how to move past that absent a lot of harm, and purportedly he has his boothing 50 Cent to thank for that. And discussing 50 Cent, Vivica originally uncovered him in 2015 for being on DL after he offered some sort of homophobic comments about the program domain that Vivica was featuring at the time. 50C guaranteed that the explanation that the show was beginning to tumble was that it had a lot of gay stuff in it. Kid, for somebody who professes to be straight gay individuals sure live in 50's mindlies. Free well, Vivica was not about to allow this to go unaddressed, so she applauded back at him uncovering his mysterious and implied that he had a little something happening with Soulja Boy in the background. What was your perspective when 50 Cent accused the second season evaluations plunge on gay stuff? Most importantly, the pot getting back to the pot, that dark is all I'm say. The pot calling the pot dark, huh? Well, that was some tea, that was disgrace, that was significant disgrace, hot calling the pot dark. So nevertheless, you're not intimating that 50C is gracious, my ruler. Please, what young lady, we gotta talk after this episode is over. Stand by Viva, a fox. What are you suggesting? I no doubt he gave you, no, he's not. We lived it up. Yet, he simply appears as though he has something that's not exactly clear, not really good or bad. You mean, in some cases, in the event that individuals fight a lot about something, the genuine fire is occurring not too far off before them totally? I simply always remember there was an energy cover with him. Furthermore, a fighter board that made me sort of go, I am so happy we are really estimated this evening, since we have a great deal to discuss. Child Viva was not playing her words. She put 50 and Soulja on edge, and they continued endlessly discussing how she was pursuing clout. Soulja composed everybody hit up this cougar. She's single and prepared to blend 1-800-Granny frantic for consideration augmentation. I'm done with the 50 Cent additionally reposted patches post and guarantee that the explanation Viva believes he's gay is that he let her lick his behind when they were dating. Goodness, now she believes I'm gay since I let her lick my butt standby. I didn't need her to. She constrained me, and my options were limited. 50 Shades of Dark Viva keeps on battling, posting a never-before-seen photograph of 50 wearing cosmetics with the subtitle, "Let you know everything 50 pennies since you continue to tell that lie." I challenge you to both go on Bravos. Watch what happens live, and we could put this to rest that never occurred, and you realize it's sovereign on the off chance that you feel that this couldn't get any more chaotic. Well, it does on the grounds that Puma Wright, likewise his comments around 50 Cent and Soulja Boy, and it was not good. In any event, it's amazing that Puma Wright is engaged with this. She has a tease on everybody in Hollywood, and, surprisingly, 50 appears to accept that he is strong. He likely didn't feel that Panther would uncover him. She's continuously spilling tea on Diddy and Jay-Z, yet she's enhancing now, and you all will have a hard time believing the tea she has on Soulja Boy and Diddy. I simply need to express this about Soulja Boy. You all have to provide him with a smidgen of scope since he is a casualty and the exhibitions are popping off again. You realize he has been in the rap game since he was minimal, very much like We Simple, definitely, and he has went through a considerable amount of goodness. She didn't say that realize that data you don't recollect when he was in New York, and they from one thing to another, whoever his enormous daddy was, tossed him out into the lobby. He was strolling around in the corridor, holding his nuts. He awash, that is the reason he's consistently ready to call other on being awash. People with similarities tend to group together. That is valid game, perceived game. It's absolutely impossible that on the planet that man figures out that much about gay dealings in the business is continually getting down on individuals. And he ain't seen none of it by and by, except for the most insane unexpected development here is that 50 Cent isn't the main man that Soulja Boy has been associated with, in light of the fact that sometime prior, Tasha K had a meeting with a web character named William the Baddest, who professed to have had a close experience with Soulja Boy. If you understand what I mean, I had some it was LB, it was everything and. It was great, and he resembled Take This You White, he's exceptionally similar to into the race play stuff, and yet, however, here's what I couldn't say, whether this was truly him or it resembled Tipsy him, or I'm apprehensive, I'm similar to, is he going to hurt me is. He making music, I was so anxious I go up the steps and I'm simply heart thumped, you understand what I mean. He resembled hello, what's up, and I was like, hello. What's up, he was like, you get down and I what? It's like, gracious, am I gay? Definitely. I'm gay as I get in there, and at that point, I need to go. I go from proficient, like a fan, to you're gonna have intercourse with him, right? So he hauls his dick out, right? And that thing was huge. Tasha, the most thin man, got enormous. No, that thing was large. Tasha, the thin man, I'm moving to be straightforward. That thing was fat, and it goes. Here's what makes an alternate, it goes to the left. Okay, as it Tasha's long, and it goes to the left, goodness. Okay, so it has a bend definitely to one side, to the left, everything except I became serious. Look, he resembled Beyonce's internal Beyonce gonna come out, it was yet. On as I did, I like ya. I resembled shaking, like assuming that I do this is he going to hurt me cuz locally. You could be with a rapper, or that's what a straight person like, or a hood. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.